Well, let's talk about Wolverine and the post-credit sequence before we wrap up. For those of you who aren't going to watch it, this is the post-credit sequence. It shows all the aftermath of Wolverine's, fighting through the hallways, escaping as Weapon X. And it shows the bodies littered around. There's a cleanup crew and scooping up all the bullets and bodies. And some guys in suits come in and they basically extract these vials that Weapon X's DNA, blood if you will, and they put them in a what do you call it, briefcase. They close the lid. It says ESSEX Corporation or something, implying, I suppose, that they have Wolverine's DNA. Perhaps they have his healing ability. Perhaps they have his mutant ability, or they're going to at some point. They have something of his DNA.
Well, I hope he does fight another Wolverine clone, because you remember in X-Men 2, the climactic moment where Stryker's best bodyguard is that girl. And then they have
Lady Deathstrike kind of thing.
Yeah, they have that incredible fight scene where she ends up just getting, I think, the metal just down her throat, and she just turns into the... from memory, it's been a long time since I've seen X-Men 2, but that was one of the coolest fight scenes in the entire superhero movies I've ever seen. That was awesome.
Well, I mean, you need Wolverine to fight sort of an equivalent villain. It was kind of silly in the Wolverine, the Japanese story. We talked about that on the podcast, but we kind of found it silly, the villain at the end. It would be good if, I suppose, they created Sabretooth or an equivalent kind of...
Yeah, bring Sabretooth in, yeah.
Yeah, or an equivalent kind of Wolverine, with the same abilities, or even more than one person with the ability to heal. They don't necessarily have to fill them with adamantium, but if he's stabbing people and they're healing and they keep coming, even if they have other mutant abilities, I mean, it'd be a bit of a more level playing ground.
They're going an R rating as well for it, just because of the Deadpool, the phenomenal, absolutely colossal success of Deadpool. They're going more extreme with it, which I think Wolverine really does suit it. Like, it's not necessary for a lot of other superhero movies to go in the R-rated direction, but I think Wolverine would definitely be suited for that kind of area.
And Hugh Jackman has said that he's retiring Wolverine. He won't be playing Wolverine after Wolverine 3. So do you think they should retire the character Lloyd?
No, he's one of the best characters in the entire... And Hugh Jackman is just phenomenal. Well, I've got faith in casting, just after McAvoy and Fassbender, I've got a lot of faith in recasting these great X-Men characters. They've just done a phenomenal job with all of them. Like, even the new person who plays Storm, I think she's great. The new person from Game of Thrones is playing Jean Grey, and I'm sorry I'm forgetting all these names. It's just, we just came out of the movies, it's 4 a.m. I haven't done any research. I think
Sophie Turner's Jean Grey.
Yeah, I think they're all fantastic. So if they're going to recast Hugh Jackman, which I'm going to be very sad to see him go hang up the claws, so to speak. I think they're going to do a great job, whoever they cast in that role.
The great thing about that is the character of Logan is, like 100 years old or whatever he is, because of his healing factor. He looks the same for a long time. He's aging more slowly. So if you did reboot Wolverine and go in a younger direction, as a young man, he joined the army and stuff, you could sort of do a bit more of a period piece. Like in the first Wolverine film, it sort of implied all this backstory with this kind of montage with him and Sabretooth. So you've kind of could expand all that mythology. So there'd be a lot of things you could do with it.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Check out our podcast at www.podmeifyoucan.com.